You ever look at your investment account after months of disciplined saving and feel absolutely nothing? Like you did everything right. You skipped the dinners out, you automated your contributions, you resisted buying the thing you really wanted, and then you check your balance and it looks almost exactly the same as last month. That feeling is one of the most common experiences people have when they start investing. And today, we're going to talk about exactly why it happens. And more importantly, the moment when that slow feeling finally disappears. Because here's the part nobody tells you when they talk about compound interest being the eighth wonder of the world. The wonder doesn't show up on time. It shows up late. Sometimes embarrassingly late. And if you don't understand why, there's a very good chance you'll quit right before the math actually starts working in your favor. Most people imagine wealth building as a straight line. You save money, invest it, and the balance slowly climbs higher every year. But that's not how compounding works at all. The early years are quiet, sometimes even discouraging. And then something strange happens later that makes the entire process suddenly accelerate. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine you invest $5,000 and earn a 10% return. After 1 year, you make $500. That's nice, but it doesn't change your life. After the second year, you might earn around $550. Technically, the math is working perfectly, but emotionally, it doesn't feel impressive. Now, fast forward to a different situation. Instead of $5,000, imagine you have $100,000 invested. That same 10% return now produces $10,000 in a single year. Nothing about your intelligence changed. Nothing about your strategy changed. The math simply had enough capital to finally become visible. And that's the secret behind why compounding feels so slow at the beginning. Your brain expects progress to match effort. If you save consistently for 6 months, you expect 6 months worth of visible results. If you invest for a year, you expect something meaningful to show up in the balance. But compounding doesn't grow linearly. It grows exponentially, which means the early stage is doing real mathematical work that simply hasn't become large enough to notice yet. It's similar to planting a tree. During the first couple of years, nothing dramatic appears above the ground. It almost looks like failure. But underneath the surface, the roots are spreading and building the structure that will eventually support massive growth. Investing works the same way. And the uncomfortable reality is that many people quit during this invisible phase. Someone invests consistently for 3 or 4 years. Maybe they build their account to $10,000, maybe $20,000. But when they compare that number to their long-term goal, maybe $1 million, it still feels insignificant. So they redirect the money towards something that gives immediate feedback. A purchase, a trip, something that actually changes their life right now. But in doing that, they interrupt the one process that was quietly building long-term momentum. Now let's make this more concrete with real numbers. Imagine someone invests $300 every month and earns an average return of 10% per year. After 5 years, they have roughly $23,000. After 10 years, the balance grows to around $61,000. After 15 years, it finally crosses about $125,000. Now here's where something interesting happens. Most of the growth in those early years came directly from contributions. The investor was doing nearly all the work. But once the portfolio approaches 6 figures, the compounding engine finally begins to help. And this is where the timeline begins doing something surprising. For many people, it may take 12 to 15 years to reach their first $100,000. But reaching $200,000 often takes only 5 or 6 additional years. Nothing about their behavior changed. They're investing the same amount every month. The difference is that the compounding engine finally has enough fuel to accelerate. This is the moment when investing starts to feel completely different. A strong market year might add $10,000 to the account without any extra effort. Later, it might add $20,000. Eventually, the growth itself becomes larger than the amount being contributed. And when that happens, something shifts psychologically. Before that point, investing feels like discipline. It feels like sacrifice. Every dollar in the account represents something you chose not to spend. After that point, investing begins to feel like momentum. You start to see that the system is actually working. Now here's the part most people misunderstand about reaching that stage faster. They assume the biggest lever is finding better investments. They look for higher returns, the perfect stock, or the best performing fund. But during the early years, the most powerful lever is simply increasing the amount flowing into the account. An extra $100 invested every month often shortens the timeline more than chasing an extra 1% in returns. Because during the beginning phase, contributions are doing most of the heavy lifting. This is why increasing income can accelerate the process dramatically. A raise, a new skill, a side project that generates extra cash. When that extra money gets invested instead of spent, it speeds up the journey toward that critical mass. Every additional dollar invested today receives more compounding cycles than a dollar invested years later, which means the effort you put into increasing your income early in life has a disproportionate impact on your long-term wealth. But there's another side to this equation that people consistently underestimate. Compounding only works when the process remains uninterrupted. Every time money is pulled out for something that isn't a true emergency, the compounding clock resets. Every unnecessary fee quietly removes future growth that would have built on itself. And every panic sale during a market downturn interrupts years of accumulated momentum. Successful investors understand something simple but incredibly powerful. Consistency beats optimization almost every time. A steady 7 or 8% return compounded for decades will outperform a strategy that constantly chases higher returns, but repeatedly resets the clock. So instead of measuring success purely by the balance in your account, measure success by consistency. Did you invest this month? Did you leave last month's investment alone? Are you slowly increasing the amount you contribute as your income grows? Those habits matter far more in the early years than the exact number on the screen. Because the first $100,000 is not just a financial milestone, it's a psychological one. It's the moment when compounding stops feeling theoretical and starts producing results you can actually see. A strong market year might suddenly add $10,000 to your portfolio without any extra effort. And once that happens, you start looking at money differently. Your portfolio stops looking like a savings account. It starts looking like an engine. And engines, once they are running, generate momentum. The slow feeling at the beginning isn't a flaw in the system. It's simply the stage where the math is still building its foundation. Compounding feels slow because the numbers are still small. But once a portfolio reaches 6 figures, the same formula that once felt invisible begins producing results that are impossible to ignore. And that's the moment when investing stops feeling like patience and starts feeling like momentum. And if you want to understand exactly how long it realistically takes to reach that first $100,000, the video on your screen breaks down the 3 simple strategies that actually get people there. Because understanding compounding is powerful, but knowing how to reach that first 6-figure milestone faster can completely change the timeline of your financial future.